Amazon. I have actually done a thing where I wandered out there and used peace to summon up this Valkyrie, and then I swapped over to the fortitude that my mercenary is working because, well, with the change to mercenaries, I am not going to be relying on him nearly as much with this character. So yeah, we're gonna actually have to do the ancients the hard way today, so that's gonna be fun, but we've still got to get through the rest of the act first, so that's fine. Hopefully the Valkyrie is a good Valkyrie. We can still manually summon one. It's just, yeah, it's whatever it is. And hopefully we don't have too hard of an Act 5. That's my big hope here. So, anyway, let's go ahead and dive on in. I am using Fortitude right now just for the sake of, you know, personal sanity. And no, we don't get an attack rating bonus from multi-shot, but we do get one from Magic Arrow. So we actually have a slightly better chance from that now. So that there's pros and cons to the latest patch. I'm not sure how I feel about the mercenary one, because as it stands, mercenaries are still complete freaking idiots, as you can tell by him running back and forth down there. So yeah, he's literally trying to run towards something he can't get to, and he's afraid to get too close to it because he's going to get murdered. So yeah, he's gonna die. He's straight up just going to get murdered by pretty much everything, which is really kind of sad. But hey, Travis, hey, Hugan. How's it going? Let's go ahead and just bounce all the lightning around for now, and hopefully this will work out okay. We are going to be doing a lot more alternating between skills as well, in case you guys are wondering. And can you not be a complete dick? Thank you. And yeah, we should be okay for the act. I don't know for sure. We are a little bit under-leveled. We are level 75 right now, so we don't even have our good spear yet, but I think we'll be okay, hopefully. Although this amp damage on us does kind of like, kind of reduce my willingness to say we'll be okay. And I just forgot to turn my phone down. There we go. I don't know if you guys could hear it or not, but it's there. So we need to be a little bit on the careful side, otherwise we are going to get completely ripped apart. Let's see. I think they need to... I'll read that in just a second, because, yeah, this is a little bit of a bad hill right here. And Possessed will take longer to take down. I don't know where the mercenary went. He's still completely dumb as bricks. Yeah, he got caught on a wall there. They've just made it so he teleports now. That's even worse. They said they improved the AI. It hasn't felt very improved. It's just felt like he teleports more. And he can't get bugged anymore. Almost like they improved the enemy AI, not the ally AI. Let's go ahead and take the full rejuves. We'll take the healing potions. We don't want the monster shine. Let's go ahead and get over here out of the way a little bit. We're doing okay. I think they just need to work on Merc AI, but shouldn't be able to bug them. If Merc AI was better and they had some kind of like innate self-preservation mentality instead of just I'm going to jitter at the edge of the screen because you're not allowed to go further than that now, and just completely get owned by the freaking burning dead archers, then I wouldn't be as upset about it. But until they actually make the mercenaries smart enough to survive, they need to let us bug them. Let's see. I'm having to alternate between reading chat and moving forward. Otherwise, we're going to be standing here chatting for a while. And this place is not conducive to actually, you know, making real progress while chatting. There we go. Let's go ahead and go here. Best thing you've seen on console is the immunity on monsters display is so much better. Yeah, I've heard it was bigger. Has color-coded shield that tells the immunity. Awesome. Realized the answer to your question in your recent video. You haven't finished this series. Yeah, I haven't finished this one. I didn't get a chance to read all the comments before getting on today. I just barely got in. I was at the scheduled time that I scheduled late. So we'll do what we can. And hopefully Act 5 will be friendly to us. No guarantees. We'll probably get Gloams down in Anya's lair, which means we'll probably be skipping that. If we don't get Gloams, we'll do it. But Gloams are like the kind of litmus test as to whether we get Anya in Hell difficulty or not. At least on the characters that we really don't want to do too much with afterwards until we get like a good weapon. Like, this character, I will probably respec afterwards into a strafer, but I need to get a good weapon such as a Faith. Even a Wind Force would work. Maybe an upped Gold Strike would work as well. But as far as what we've got on the actual character right now, not really worth running with. So... will we start the next character tonight? It depends on how long this takes. I don't have a good estimate as to how long this is going to take because, well, we are dealing with a bunch of pain in the butts here. Oh, Mercenary, you freaking idiot. Yep, and that is why they need to let us bug them, because he has no self-preservation technique of move back. Let me take the hits for a minute, but no. Yeah, that's the big down, and we don't have any proper AI control, by the way. And I actually have to use mana potions now, because these guys are dicks. Yeah, this is actually a really bad hill as well. We'll go down and check what he dropped in just a minute. That was all of our healing potions. Sweet. That means we're having to rely on full rejuves now, which we are almost out of too. Yay! I really, really don't like the Mercenary being a complete dumbass. Oh, Lord. And we used up so many rejuvenation potions on him, trying to keep him alive there. It's going to get frustrating. That's going to be probably the nicest way of putting it. I will probably be swearing a lot tonight at Mercenary. Because I think they made that change without thinking some things through. Because I really don't think... well, there's a few of the devs that do play Diablo 2. I don't think they really listened on that one. But, yay. Because I don't think there was anyone saying that disabling the bugging of the Mercenary would be a good idea. I mean, no one said e-bugging, getting rid of that would be a good idea, but at least that one's not a severe impact. That's kind of like a niche thing, because people would be rolling ethereal ones of those all the time trying to get the exact right thing. Which is kind of, whatever. We'll deal with it as best we can. We may end up just going non-mercenary for a few of the characters. Because, frankly, unless you have the right gear, Act 1 mercenaries aren't really worth reviving. Act 5 mercenaries can be. They're relatively cheap to get geared up. Act 1 mercenaries, not so much unless you're like Harmony or something like that so you can run faster. That's about the only thing I can think of for them that would be really worth keeping. Could the mercenary bug not working make Act 3 mercenaries maybe less trashy? Nope. Not in the least. They'll die just as much. They have an AI similar to the Act 1 mercenary where they will literally just charge in there and kamikaze. It doesn't matter what's near or far or whatever. They will literally just go har har. And I did not mean to drop that. Thank you for popping up that menu. But they will literally herder into the face of enemies. Yes, they're ranged, and generally speaking, that means that they'll stay back some of the time. But for the most part, it doesn't. Mercenary, can you not be a complete dumbass? For God's sake. Holy shit nuggets on a fucking cracker. Go stand at the edge of the cliff and let them shoot you while you can't do anything. Lord. You dumbass. That's just really fucking retarded. And that is why they need to let you bug him. But no, it won't make the Act 3 Mercenary less trashy because the Act 3 Mercenary is trashy for other reasons. If the Act 3 Mercenary had masteries, he'd actually be a good mercenary. But he doesn't have masteries, so he's just kind of like just there. And see how Mercenary's just standing there letting them pelt him? That's their improved AI. Because he's a fucking idiot. Oh, Lord all frickin' mighty. If you're gonna say you're improving AI and get rid of something like the main thing people use to keep them alive, then maybe, just maybe, actually give them improved AI. That's one of the things I wasn't salty enough about on the patch video, but yeah, I really... it's going to make it so that people just don't want to use mercenaries. That's the whole reason why people really, really don't like the other mercenaries, because they're harder to bug. Okay, let's see. Anybody on console want to trade for a monarch? Too bad I don't have this on console. I do actually have a spare monarch. But yeah, we'll be getting salty tonight at mercenary. Mercenary will die a lot. He'll eat all of our full reduves and generally just be a complete dick. And we're going to have to basically try and preempt him from committing suicide. That's one of the things that we're going to have to do. If we can get them targeting at us, see, there's more mercenary special. Oh, Lord. Sorry. I'm not going to make the entire stream of me ranting about mercenary, but I will be swearing about him quite a freaking bit. So let's see. Is that a 3-socket mage plate? That is a 3-socket mage plate. That is actually semi-worthwhile. I should go get some more potions, because we're going to have to work hard to keep him alive. And I know healing potions generally won't do that in Hell. The reason they won't do... A lot of people will be like, just heal him. The healing potions are too slow in Hell difficulty to keep him alive. He's taking too much damage for that to be a thing. So he's basically just kind of borked unless we have full rejuves, just kind of sitting around waiting for him, which is kind of shit. just a bit. So we'll hope for the best. Once we get another level up, we can get a better javelin. We could possibly even do some whatchamacallit, Lightning Fury if we want to. Because right now, our Lightning Fury is only level 9. It's not going to do a ton of damage. Our main attacks will actually do decent damage.
What do you need?
But we just don't have any real extra oomph to kind of protect him. Paladin, we should be a little bit better off because our character's actually designed for tanking. So that will actually help out there, but yeah. This character's not really designed for tanking. It's designed for a hybrid. So, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and go up here. Let's just keep trucking. Hopefully we can stay near the edge and keep him from being completely derped. Like that. We're going to see this the entire time. Him just stopping on a ledge and just letting them beat the tar out of him. It's just how this is going to go. At least the minions and stuff are teleporting a little bit better. But, yeah, the AI is not improved. In case I didn't make it, like, super clear. I am glad that he's actually finding some enemies this time. Most of the nerfs aren't too bad. The only one that I'm pissed off about is the mercenary one. And that is because they didn't actually improve his AI. The firewall one, it just functions like it used to. I think people are just way too salty about that because, well, it still works just fine. You just can't stack them on top of each other now, so you actually have to use more than one spell. As far as the attack speed one, that one needed to be nerfed because it basically imbalanced the relation between the melee classes. Wow, what our Valkyrie did there, I don't know. I don't even know where she was. But she's dead, so we're going to have to revive her pretty soon with the piece if Mercenary decides not to fucking die. Because he can't pathfind around a corner. With that improved AI. Come on, up here. We need to take these guys out. But yeah, if they're going to take that away, they really need to do that. Blizzard's never been the #1 spell. It's good for farming what it's good at. It's not the best spell in the game. I don't care how many people are like, it's the best one for magic finds. It's good for killing bosses, and it's good for doing very specific magic find areas. But it is ass for Act 5. It's ass for, well, a good chunk of Act 1. So, yeah. It's just one of those things where it's kind of like, yeah, this is bullshit. But no, Blizzard is not the #1 spell. I don't care what anyone says. It's a good spell. It's a very good spell. But there's so many places where it just falls short that's completely ridiculous. Is there... I don't even think there is a best spell, but honestly, I would probably put the best skill at probably Fanaticism or Conviction. But that's not a spell, I guess, by some people's definition. Because they are actually really powerful abilities. Amplified damage is one of the best spells, but people ignore that. Corpse Explosion would probably be the closest thing to a best spell, but even then, there are things that it just doesn't do super well because it still needs a corpse. So it doesn't do bosses very well. It's the exact opposite problem of the Blizzard. Because Blizzard does bosses well. But yeah. Nah, hammers have the downside of having a horrible, horrible attack pattern. Blizzard is very RNG heavy. There's drawbacks to everything. So let's see. Is this better? Fire resist, poison resist versus cold resist, fire resist. I think we want the cold resist here. Though that is something we could possibly use on another character.
You're an even afternoon.
So we need to switch over to the... Let's go ahead and put that onto the healing potion one. We need to swap over to multi-shot so we can actually get our Valkyrie back up. And then we will switch back to using a treachery. But yeah, I don't think patch 2.3 was overall a positive. There are some good things that came from it. Most of the nerfs are not that big. I do think the mercenary nerf is by far the worst of the bunch. By a massive margin. Although I've been on about that for about 10 minutes now. So, let's stop. Thankfully, we are almost past the point where the mercenary is going to be completely a burden. Especially if we get a good drop of enemies here. Okay, so we've got another Valkyrie back. So we swap this back and forth. That is not worth it. If you're wondering why that's not worth it, it's because it's a heavy build and I don't feel like upgrading it. Charge Strike is good, but it sucks in Act 3. That's just the reality of the Amazon in general. And I have a feeling the change to the mercenary is going to totally be an issue with the Javazons going through Act 3, Hell difficulty. It really impacts single player the most, for those wondering. Wouldn't mind if they patched an extra inventory for mercs so they can equip gloves and boots. That would help a little bit. I don't think it would fix the issue, but it would help. Because then you could actually get a little bit more leech on them easily, and you could actually get crushing blow on them easier. You could make them more capable fighters. They'd still be dumb as bricks. Because as you've seen, we've had it happen several times where they just end up going all kind of ape and just being just completely useless because guess what? They are unable to get their brains working in terms of actually doing pathfinding. Yeah, they teleport to us more, but woo, yay. Can we actually get rid of this? And against melee enemies, he's usually fine unless it's like the giant frickin'... Can I please swap weapons? Thank you. That is not what I wanted, but that's fine. Valkyrie, don't stand in that shit. But yeah, it's just an irritant at them not programming in any level of self-preservation into them and getting rid of the main thing that gave them some level of self-preservation. Because AI is never going to be as capable as a player. Them actually being able to pathfind around walls would be a major boon. Yeah, the stationary summons actually teleport as well. We can... I don't know if my decoy is long enough duration for that. Let's go ahead and grab this. Drop her over there, just so it's a little further away. That might have actually aggroed some things. But hey, Magic Arrow did get a buff, and so did Fire Arrow, Cold Arrow, stuff like that. Let's see, is she going to properly teleport is the question. They might have actually already patched it on server side. Because traps and stuff like that will sometimes teleport with you as well, which is really interesting. Actually, one compromise that I would be actually really happy with, if they decided they wanted to keep the mercenaries how they are now, would be if they would actually make it so that the... And that is not what I want to be casting, but thanks. That was my own fault. But would be if they actually gave us mercenary commands. That would help out. Just, I could hotkey... Actually, I could put them on the quick key bar. Basically a handful of mercenary commands like attack this target, move here, stuff like that. And then I'd at least be semi-responsible for keeping him alive. That gives me some agency over it, but as it stands, not so much. Did Holy Fire get a nerf? Not that I'm aware of. I haven't tested it. I mean, I could. Not right now on stream, but I could go test it afterwards. Just got to remind me closer to the end of stream. Because, yeah, I still have him equipped for Holy Fire if I remember correctly. But I doubt it got a nerf. It's not exactly considered overpowered to begin with. But I have a feeling the control of this has been taken out of Vicarious Vision's hands, judging by some of the choices. Can I please swap weapons? Thank you. That's another thing that's been introduced, is there's like this weird input delay on some things, like weapon swap. That, I mean, yeah, it was there in the original game as well. If you're curious, you can actually go back. If you're attacking and you try to swap weapons, it will fail or it will delay every now and then. But it was feeling so good for a while there, but no. Identify. I think a lot of weapons can get plus paladin skills. Fine. Die. We'll walk up to him. Do we want Icar... I think that's Icar String, is it not? No, it's Lead Crow. Why was I thinking Icar String? My brain, it farted it. So, yeah, there we go. We're actually almost back up to 2 rows of those. As long as we don't get a bad loadout here. Oh, those guys are cold immune. Can I move up the stairs one direction or the other, please? I keep trying to click up there, and it keeps having me pull a Yui on the stairs, which is actually kind of irritating. Yeah, the controls do seem a little bit weird. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just cranky about some other things, but it does feel slightly off. Hey, an Ogre Axe. Cute. What is this? It's 3-socket. That would be a Malice, maybe. Nothing too amazing. So we've got cold immunes, which I am perfectly fine with cold immunes. I don't do any cold damage whatsoever. And as long as I can stay in front of my mercenary, I think we're fine. But yeah, a lot of weapons can get plus skills. As far as mauls in general, they're not druid-specific weapons, so no. They existed pre-druid, so they get pre-druid abilities. Okay, so we're back up to 2 rows of these. We're going to keep some in there, though. Can you die? I do love how the flares, yeah, the flares in Act 5 are just kind of like, no, we're not immune to anything, you're fine. They also shoot glacial spikes, but the ones down in the tunnels do at least. I don't remember what the ones up here do. Repairs oh wow, that is garbage. Oh, I was like, oh, it auto repairs, but it does nothing else. The druid swings them at a reasonable speed. He does good. It's any two-handed swinging. Because the animation for, say, a two-handed axe and a two-handed maul are the exact same. It's just a matter of number of frames in the actual animation that differs. Because you have two-handed swing, you have one-handed swing, you have one-handed thrust, you have two-handed thrust, and a few others. As far as... Oh, God. You guys are hurting. Can you not? Hurt nearly so much. And didn't even get a antidote in there. They are really heavy on that poison. Can you not? And Mercenary's gonna die from that poison, because why not? We're gonna have to go cure him of it, because I can't be spending 50 grand every single time. There's also still the bug of the price of some mercenaries. I don't know why they haven't fixed it. Mainly probably because everybody uses an Act 2 mercenary and hasn't noticed it. But a lot of Act 1 mercenaries will actually have the wrong revival cost in single player. I haven't tested with the Act 3 mercenaries. The Act 2 mercenaries seemed fine the bit I tested, but I haven't really done them with any like super high level characters. So yeah, that's a thing. There they are. You wish they would take away the immunities in the game. It's so boring having to skip half the game. You think resist should be capped at 95% like players? How does this character... Oh, how does this character deal with lightning immunes? I'm a hybrid. I actually have a bow. I can kill everything. But generally speaking, if you're playing a Javazon, you're going to be going with like jab or something like that as your ability to kill lightning immunes. Why is that not skipping to anybody? They were literally in line of sight. Okay, so healing potion. You're killing them. We're fine. Immunities actually do work to your advantage on... Oh, God, that thing hurts like a truck. It's going to hurt Mercenary even more, unfortunately. Where is the bot? There you are. Your spectral hit fire enchanted. That hurts. There you go. And I actually have good resist to a lot of that stuff. I guess it might have hit me with... I'm trying to think what it would have hit me with, because the only thing that I'm really bad off on is the... Can you not? Thank you. The only thing I'm really bad off on is poison. We shouldn't have to worry about that for most of this act, because we're not doing Neil attack. So, wow, not a single healing potion of that. Okay. I don't care about the javelin one right now. I care about these little bastards reviving everybody. Okay, so we got them. You have another one there that needs to die. I thought he was already dead, but I was wrong. There's a Superior Crusader bow if you want it. Those aren't bad base bows. They're just not great. They're not really like best in slot for anything. They're just useful. I personally don't mind, and no, I don't have Infinity. This is a account self-found, basically. We haven't traded for anything, so I would not have Infinity anytime soon. If bosses in this game aren't immune, why should a casual mob? Sorry, just your opinion. I mean, I don't mind immunities that much. The thing that... Because I can work around them. Every single class has a way to work around them. It's not that big of a deal. But I find it a bit frustrating that some of the workarounds are completely dinky at times. and they kind of balanced it around team play rather than solo play. And yes, this game does have big multiplayer aspect, but if they would have balanced the immunities around actual solo play, they would have less immunities. See, I don't mind like frozen scourges being immune to ice. It makes sense. I do mind like these death slashers being immune to cold. They're spiky porcupines. What gives them resistance to cold that makes them completely immune to it? They're not made of ice. They're not magical. They're mundane enemies. They're literally just rank and file demons. They are not tardigrades. And yes, I am killing stuff on purpose because I actually want to get my other javelins. But, and yes, they are meant to promote co-op. But you can't co-op in single player. Let's see. Do we not? I didn't get the waypoints, so we're going to have to just go in and hope for the best. I'm actually really surprised we didn't get amp damage there. But yeah, these guys, I can 100% understand being immune to cold. They're literally just a demon possessing ice. Of course they're going to be immune to cold, but there's a lot of trash mobs that's like, yeah, that's just there to keep people checked. So, oh, and there's a lightning enchanted bastard in there. Lovely. Hey, mercenary, come back here. Can we back off, please, mercenary? For the love of ungodly fuck, get back here. You dumbass. Oh, Lord, I hate him. Decoy down there. There you go. Yeah, that's just, That's just all kinds of, Oh, Lord. But yeah, if you had more control over them, it'd be a little bit less frustrating, but as it stands... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, but thanks. Sorry, I'm focusing in on these guys real quick, and then I'll read chat again. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. What's a good trading community? Have all these items for trade, but you're not into the forum gold crap. There's a few small communities for it. I personally don't frequent them. I know that Diablo 2 IO has a trading community, but I can't speak to how good it is. There's a few others. A lot of the communities actually have Discords with trading channels on them too. You're hoping that I'd be role-playing the Amazon using a female voice? No. As a Javazon player, you can't even kill the Cow King unless your mercenary has Reaper's Toll, which is ridiculously hard to... Reaper's Toll isn't terrible to find. In the long run, you'll find several of them. Does anyone know what the purple immunity is? I'm trying to think. Okay, so you only have, like... You have fire, which would probably be red. Ice is probably blue. It could be maybe lightning. I would think it's either lightning or magic, but I would think magic would be orange. Lightning might be yellow. You have... Ice would be blue. What would physical be in that? Because it would, if they made it gold, that would get confusing with lightning. I don't have it on console, so I can't tell you for sure. Our cold resistance is not massive, but it's good enough for these guys. 69, it's nice. Lightning is yellow. Purple is physical immunity? Okay. I guess I should probably keep that in mind whenever we start doing the controller assassin. Because yes, we are going to be doing a controller assassin as our next character, it looks like. Yeah, poison. A lot of them are fairly obvious, but purple just didn't register to me. as like being anything. Hey, we have a well. Let's go ahead and kill the... Can I take an action, please? Thank you. There we go. Dodge all their little not actual blood stars. I should probably actually get a resummon Valkyrie again. Trade out my mercenary with fortitude and stuff. So I can get that up. Let's go ahead and get a quiet moment here. Because I'm pretty sure they still don't let you swap it while he's actually fighting. I do want the waypoint in here as well. And if we can get a level 15 Valkyrie back up, we'll be fine. Let's see. Let's stay on the edge. Summon, thank you. There's our Valkyrie. Okay. Mercenary's just doing his thing right there.